Hello students, myself is Parminder Singh from Prab Kripa classes. Our today's topic is Career Counseling Module 2, in which we will discuss about the key components of career counseling. In today's course, we will discuss what is career counseling. The students will understand that career counseling is a systematic process in which the career counselor helps us to understand our own values, passions, skills, strengths and weaknesses, and the career counselor also helps us in exploration of various careers so that we can take an informed decision regarding our career. The students will also understand that there are some key components of career counseling such as self-assessment, career exploration, education planning, goal setting, decision making, etc. The students will also understand that self-assessment has an important role to play in career counseling. And in self-assessment, the career counselor helps us to identify our skills, aptitudes, strengths and weaknesses. The students will also understand that self-assessment involves identifying our personal interests. Personal interests mean those works which we like to do, those activities which we find as satisfying. The students will also understand the meaning of personal values. The example of personal values are honesty, dedication towards work, discipline. These are the personal beliefs or those things which we want to maintain in our life. Then the career counselor will also help us in identifying our strengths and weaknesses. They can identify the same on the basis of assessment tests by way of the interviews or discussions. The students will also understand that what is the meaning of skills. The career counselor helps us in evaluating our skills and natural talents on the basis of various assessment tests, interviews, and discussions and other methods. Career counselor has also an important role to play in career exploration. That is, they guide us how to research various career options, and for that we can talk to the different persons who are working in different fields. We can inquire from them about the job responsibilities, duties, salaries, working conditions, etc. We can also come to know about the various career options, that is what are the job responsibilities, by reading the newspaper ads, or we can also learn about various career options, that is we can do research of various career options by online searching, online internet surfing. The career counselors are specialists in their fields. Their main aim is to guide the clients so that they can achieve a successful, or they can achieve their career goal. They are well informed about the current job market trends and what are the demands in the market, which industries are likely to see a boom and which industries are likely to see a downfall in future. They can also guide the clients which skills are likely to be in demand in future. So when the students will understand that, when they are in a position to guide us on the various aspects of the various career options, then they are very beneficial for us if we are still thinking to make up our mind regarding our career goal, or if we are doing a job and are not satisfied with our job, they can even help us in career transition. And there may be some problems in our career advancement, then the career counselors can also help you in formulating a proper strategy so that you can get promotion in your career. Now the topic before us is key components of career counseling. To take the decision with regard to our career is a very difficult one. Our parents have their own expectations with regard to our career. We have also our own dreams, what we want to become in our life. Many a times we take the decision with regard to our career on the basis of what our family, friends, or relatives say, what our friends are doing. While pursuing for our career, we also take into consideration which university is nearby to our home so that we may study there, and what are those courses in which we can easily get admission. So normally many of the students take decision with regard to their career on the basis of incomplete information or societal pressure or the expectations of their family members. Even if we do not agree with what our parents say, then our parents may ask us in which direction we want to go, that is, for which career we have to study. We may also not have any answer with regard to that. So when we are still in the beginning stage of this to decide with regard to our career, or when we want to change our career, or when we were to make progression in our career, we may seek the help of a career counselor. So now we will study the key components of career counseling. Career counseling is a systematic process. In the normal world, what happens? We know that that person has these skills. These are his weaknesses. But we are not self-aware about our strengths, weaknesses, skills. We more know about the others. So career counseling is a systematic process which helps an individual to understand one's self. One's self means to understand our own strengths, our own weaknesses, our skills, our abilities. Career counseling helps the client to explore various career options. Explore means to have the information with respect to various career options so that we can take an informed decision about the career. Career counseling can be beneficial for the people of all ages. It is not that it is beneficial only for students or for the middle-aged persons. It is beneficial for all ages and the stages of their careers. That is, when the person is still as a student, he wants to decide about his career, he may seek the help of career counselor. And when you are doing a job and you are not satisfied with your job and you are uncertain what to do in this situation, you may seek the help of a career counselor. And if you want to make progression in your career and you are feeling some problem in career progression, then you may also seek the help of a career counselor. So the career counseling can be beneficial for people of all ages and stages of their careers. It can be helpful for people who are in the beginning stage of choosing a career, or people who wish to change career, or recovering from a layoff, and people who are looking to advance their careers. It may be also possible that you were doing a job and due to certain reasons you have been laid off, and in spite of you are taking the best efforts, that is, you may have sent say hundreds of resumes to different employers, but you are unable to get a job. So in that case you are likely to feel stressed. So in such a situation, when you have been laid off and you are finding a new job and you are finding it a little problematic to find a new job, you can seek the help of a career counselor to find a new job. Choosing a career is an important task, but it may also be a difficult one. Suppose a person wants to decide about his career, but it may not be possible for an individual person to research about all the careers. What is the educational qualification required for each career, from where he can get that education, or which university or college will be better, what are the likely financial implications of studying in a particular institution, what will be the job responsibilities if you decide for a particular career, what will be the package in that career. That is, you as an individual, when you are deciding about your career, you cannot do the research in respect of each and every career. So it is better you take the help of career counselor who are well informed about the various careers. What is the job requirement? What is the job requirement of the particular career? What is the qualification required? From where the training can be taken? What will be the cost of taking the particular training or acquiring the particular education? How the particular skills which are required for the job can be acquired? So the career counselor can help you in this all respects. We will discuss each of how the career counselor helps a person in achieving a successful career or achieving your career goal. We will discuss each and every point in detail. A career counselor will often be able to provide valuable information relating to the job market trends, skill educations, training, etc. required for different careers and the potential earning of various careers. What will be the likely payout if you join the particular career? The said information may be provided to you by the career counselor. Now we will have a brief overview of the key components of the career counseling. Key components of career counseling may vary depending upon the approach and the needs of the individual seeking counseling. However, some common components of the career counseling include self-assessment, career exploration, education planning, skill development, resume and interview preparation. It may happen that you have the best qualification and you are applying for a job, but you fail. You are sending your resume time and again in respect of each and every advertisement you come across, but even after say 3 months you are not able to get a call even for a single interview, then you are likely to be feel depressed. So in that case, the career counselor helps you in building a resume which is effective. In this competitive world, thousands of persons are unemployed in each and every field, and even for a single post thousands of persons may apply. So the employer or the prospective person who is evaluating your resume has a very little time, say 6 to 8 seconds only, to go through your resume. So the resume of yours should be such that it does not contain any irrelevant information. It should be to the point. It should highlight your achievements. So the career counselor helps you in building a effective resume, and the career counselor also helps you in interview preparation. They will tell you about what are the various interview tips, what are the common interview questions which may be asked, what are the role based questions, what are the behavioral questions. So they will guide you in each and every aspect of resume and interview preparation. Next is goal setting. If you set a goal with regard to your career which is beyond your skills and abilities, you are likely to seek a failure. So you should set the goal which is smart. We will learn it in detail. Decision making. Career counselors also help in decision making, overcoming barriers, workforce trends, diversity and inclusion, ethical considerations, cultural sensitivity. Career counselors also provide you continuous support throughout your career progression or when you are taking the steps towards achieving your career goal. Career transitions. When you want to change your career, it may be possible that you are not satisfied with your current job. There is lot of work stress. You are not in a position to maintain work-life balance. That is, you are overly burdened with your office work and you have no time to attend to your family or attend to your hobbies, or the job which you are doing is not as per your values. So in that case, you may want career change. So the career counselor may helps you in career change. Then the career counselor will also tell you, inform you about the legal and regulatory considerations. We will understand about each and every component of career counseling in detail in the coming lectures. Now the topic before us is role of self-assessment in career counseling. We have already learnt that career counseling is a process by which the career counselor helps his client to understand one's self, that is his skills, abilities, passions, values, strengths, weaknesses, etc. So that the client may understand where he needs improvement, in which areas he needs improvement, what are those skills which should be acquired by him. The career counselor also helps the client to explore various career options. That is, what is the education required for a particular career goal, what is the financial implications, what training may be required, etc. And on the basis of the guidance received from the career counselor, the client can make an informed decision regarding his career goal. We have also learnt that the key components of career counseling are self-assessment, career exploration, education planning, goal setting, decision making, etc. Now, we will concentrate on role of self-assessment in career counseling. In this world, we know more about others. What are the strengths and weaknesses of others? But many of us do not have the time to do our own self-assessment. Self-assessment is the first and the most important step in career counseling. If we do our own self-assessment, we will get to know about our own personal interests, values, strengths, weaknesses, etc. Career counselor helps you conduct a self-assessment by using a variety of tools and resources. That is, they may conduct various assessment tests, they may have discussion with you, or they may give you some questionnaire, or they may conduct interview like session with you, so that they can get more knowledge about yourself, so that they can guide you properly with regard to your career goal. The career counselor helps you to interpret the results of your self-assessment. When the career counselor, by way of various methods, comes to know about your interests, values, strengths and weaknesses, he shares this information with you, that you are having these qualities, these are your strengths, these are your weaknesses, and you can, what steps you should take to improve the weaknesses, to improve your strengths. And accordingly, you can use the information provided by the career counselor to explore different career options. That is, he may tell you about the different career options, and you will then have to decide which career goal is better for you, keeping in view your interests, strengths and weaknesses. So now the self-assessment involves identifying personal interests, values, strengths and weaknesses, assessing skills and aptitudes, and third is clarifying long-term goals and aspirations. Now the first step is identifying personal interests, values, strengths and weaknesses. First is identifying personal interests. The career counselor helps you in understanding your own personal interests. What is the meaning of interest? Interest means those activities which, when an individual does, he finds it enjoyable or engaging. The career counselor will ask you questions about your passions, interests, hobbies, and activities that provide you a sense of fulfillment. The career counselor may ask you, what do you want to do in your free time? What you normally do in your free time? What are you passionate about? What subjects did you enjoy most in school? It may be possible that you do not like the subject, say mathematics. So the career counselor will come to know that he has no interest in mathematics. So any career which is concerned with mathematics is not suitable for the client. So what next question which the career counselor may ask to his client is, what do you find stimulating and challenging? On the basis of the various questions which the career counselor may put you, he will find the information which can be used to generate a list of potential career options that are a good fit for you. That is, on the basis of the information gathered from you regarding your interests, he will be in a position, that is, the career counselor will be in a position to generate or prescribe a list of potential career options. That is, what are those careers from which you can choose the best career which is fit to you on the basis of your interests. Now we will understand this case of interest with the help of an example. Suppose there is a person named James. He is a tech savvy individual, that is, he is very much interested in information technology related subject. He initially pursued a degree in business management but felt unsatisfied. He was not satisfied. Though he was pursuing a degree in business management, he was not satisfied because he was having the interest in information technology. So now the career counselor puts him various questions, and on the basis of the information gathered, the career counselor tells him that he has true passion for coding and programming. That is, the client comes to the conclusion that he is having interest somewhere else. That is, he is not having interest in business management, he is having interest in coding and programming. So James leaves the degree, pursuing the education in business management, and he joins pursuing a degree in computer science because he was having interest in information technology. So now he is now a successful software developer, and he is finding the job which provides him job satisfaction. So on the basis of this example, we realize that if we choose a career on the basis of our personal interests, then we can have a job which is a satisfying job for us, which is a fulfilling job. Now, another is, the career counselor also helps you in understanding your personal values. What is the meaning of values? Values refer to the principles and beliefs that are important to an individual. Suppose there is a person who is very honest. So honesty is his value. A person may be very compassionate or having empathy towards others. He may be very dedicated towards his duties. It is, or he may be very disciplined employee or a disciplined student who attends this school or college regularly, does not miss any lecture. So discipline, dedication, all these are the personal values. So the career counselor will ask you questions related to your personal values. So the career counselor may ask you questions like, what is important to you in job and in life? What are your priorities? In what type of work setting do you perform at your best? The career counselor may also ask you, do you value work-life balance or job security or opportunities for advancement or something else? That is, you want to give proper time to work and also to your family. Whether you want a job which provides you maximum benefits in terms of money, but there is no job security. There may be some other person who wants less salary but job security. There may be other person who wants that he should get his job at his hometown and should not be posted outside on promotion. There may be some other persons who wants to achieve new heights in their life and are ready to be posted anywhere in the country or outside the country. So the career counselor will ask you questions about your values, and when the career counselor has understood your values, he will share this information with the client. So when you get to know about your personal values with the help of the career counselor, then it provides you a sense of direction. You realize that you should find a career or a career goal or a job which is according to your values. You cannot, if you are an honest person, you are having a value that you want, that you're in your job, you want to do your job honestly, then you may not perform well in which the working environment is corrupt. Here is a real life example to illustrate this concept. Suppose there is a person named Alex who values work-life balance. He also wants to help others and he also enjoys being creative. He has many qualities which can be termed as his personal values. But he is unsure about his career direction and decides to seek guidance from a career counselor. So when he goes to the career counselor discusses with him, puts him many questions, and from the questions the career counselor comes to know about your values. So on the basis of the information gathered, the career counselor will share the information which he has gathered from you with you. So on the basis of the information gathered, Alex realizes that a traditional office job is not a good fit for him, and he discovers freelance writing instead. That is, when the career counselor has put many questions to the Alex, the career counselor comes to the conclusion that Alex does not want to work in a job where there is 9 to 5 job. He wants to have his own working hours. That is, he wants to do the work whenever he feels like. So the career Alex discovers freelance writing instead as his career goal. His values lead him to a more fulfilling career with flexible hours. That is, in freelance writing, he can write at any time of his choice, and he can use the ability of his writing to use his creativity to educate and inspire others, because he is having a values that he wants to help others. So as he is now having freelance writing as his job or his career as a goal, so now he will be in a position to help others by way of his writing. So this example shows that we should first understand our own values so that we can make a proper decision with regard to our career. Now is identifying strengths. Every one of us has strengths as well as weaknesses. So it becomes important for us that we should know not only our strengths but also our weaknesses. When we get to know about our strengths and weaknesses, we can make the most of our strengths. That is, we can take the maximum benefit of our strengths, and we can take the steps to improve those areas where we have less abilities, or those areas where we are weak. Your strength can give you an advantage in certain areas, whereas your weakness may prevent you from being successful in other careers. For example, if you have hesitation in public speaking, but you are having a good writing ability, then you can become a content creator. It is also possible that you can improve your public speaking by attending various courses, trainings, or attending various workshops. The career counselor can guide you in regard to improving your weaknesses. The career counselor may use questionnaires or conversations to identify the areas where you have strengths, such as you may have the strength in the shape of leadership, you may be having problem solving ability, you may be having good communication abilities, or you may be having technical skills. So when the career counselor identifies the strengths in you, he can guide you appropriately towards your career goal. Now we will understand this concept with the help of an example. Suppose there is a person, Avi, who is a recent college graduate, but he was not sure what to do or what he should decide about his career, which should be his career goal. So he seeks the guidance of a career counselor. Now the career counselor does assessment tests, interviews, or by way of questionnaires, he identifies his strengths. And the career counselor discovers that Avi was excellent at leadership and problem solving. Now, having his qualities or strengths of leadership and problem solving, now Avi secured an entry level position as a project coordinator at a tech company. As a project coordinator, he performed his duties very well, and due to his strengths in problem solving and leadership skills, he very soon got the promotion to the cadre of project manager. So this example shows that if we recognize our strengths, it can guide us to a career which we can achieve on the basis of our strengths. Now, another example of this concept is, suppose there is a person named David. He is an engineer. He is not satisfied with his job and he wants to change his career path. The career counselor, on the basis of the assessment test, finds that David has a natural talent for persuasive and clear communication. After conducting strengths assessment, career counselor finds that David has a good strengths in or good skills in public speaking, writing, and he has the ability to explain technical concepts in a very simple and engaging manner. These are the strengths which he finds in his client. Now, David uses this strength and gets a job as a technical writer in a prestigious technology company where he writes user-friendly manuals and guides, which increases the reputation of the company. So, this example shows that David's success is possible only because he identified his strengths with the help of a career counselor, and he used his strengths for a successful career in technical writing. Though he was an engineer, but he was not satisfied with his job, and he was having strength in problem solving and clear writing technical subjects in a clear and engaging manner. So accordingly, he changed the job, and he is now find his job satisfying. Now, the career counselor can also help you in finding your weaknesses. If we say that we do not have any weakness, it will not serve any purpose. We should acknowledge the weaknesses which we have in ourselves. We should take steps to improve our weaknesses. The career counselor can guide you in identifying the weaknesses and taking the necessary steps to improve these weaknesses, or find the career paths where these weaknesses have less influence. As already told, suppose you are weak in mathematics. So the career counselor will either guide you that you should improve your mathematics by taking extra classes or by joining online courses or by other ways, or he will guide you a career goal, or he will guide you for a job in which there is minimum use of mathematics. So to know about your weaknesses, the career counselor will try to find out what areas do you need to improve in. On the basis of the questionnaire or discussion or interview, the career counselor will try to find what are those areas where improvement is needed in the client. The career counselor will also try to find out what skills and knowledges do you need to develop in to achieve your career goals. That is, suppose you want to become a marketing manager in some multinational company. The career counselor will find out what are the weaknesses which you have which may prevent you from becoming a marketing manager. So on the basis of your weaknesses, strengths, he will develop a strategy so that you can achieve your career goal. We will try to understand with the help of an example. Suppose there is a person named Lina. He is having difficulty in public speaking, though he can speak normally, but when he has to face the audience, he cannot speak properly. So this difficulty in public speaking is holding her back from advancing in her career. That is, he is unable to get promotion in her job. So she seeks the help of a career counselor. So now the career counselor with sits with her, and they jointly formulate a plan that includes workshops and coaching. With the help of the guidance from the career counselor, Lina gains confidence. He starts taking more speaking roles within her organization. That is, she starts to looking for opportunities where she will have to face the audience, and she overcomes her weakness of public speaking, and ultimately she becomes a successful speaker. So this example shows that if we improve, if we take the steps to improve our weakness and take the guidance from the career counselor in this regard, we can achieve personal and professional growth. Now we will take another example to understand this concept. Suppose there is a person named Jack. He is a professional, but he is having poor time management skills because he finds that he is unable to perform his job effectively. He is not in a position to perform various works in time. That is why he has to hear adverse remarks from his seniors. So he seeks the help of a career counselor. The career counselor guides him that he should implement time management strategies, and on the basis of the time management strategies, he can improve his productivity and reduce stress levels. On the basis of the guidance given by the career counselor, he implements the time management strategies, and he was able to improve his productivity, and his job stress was also reduced, as he was able to perform well in his organization. It resulted into his promotion. So this example shows that the career counselor can helps an individual in overcoming weaknesses or take steps to improve the weaknesses and advance in the careers, that is get promotion in your job. Now the topic before us is assessing skills and aptitudes. The career counselor helps you in self assessment. The career counselor helps you in identifying your strengths, weaknesses, values, and interests. The career counselor also helps you in assessing your skills and aptitudes. Now the question arises, what is the meaning of skills? Skills refer to the individual's ability and capability to perform a particular task efficiently and effectively. If you are not in a position to perform a particular task efficiently and effectively, then you cannot be supposed to have the particular skill. Suppose you are having educational qualification as a HVAC technician, wherein you have got the certification of having passed as a successful technician who will do the job of a air conditioning repairing system. That is, you will be in a position to handle the work of air conditioning. Though you are having educational qualification, but if you are given the job to do the same, or you are not having any practical experience, you cannot be regarded as having a particular skill, because solely on the basis of the education, it cannot be understood that you are having the particular skills. So the skill is the combination of your academic knowledge, practical experience, and soft skills such as communication, problem solving, leadership, time management, and teamwork. If you are having appropriate skills, only then you can succeed to achieve the particular career goal. Understanding one's skill can help in identifying career options that require those skills. If you understand that these are the skills which you have, and on the basis of those skills, you can understand that you can perform better in a particular career. And you can also take the steps to improve your skills so that you can achieve your career goal. The career counselor can help you in understanding the skills which you are having. How they will understand that you are having the particular skills? They will use assessment tests, they will use conduct interviews, they will observe you, they will have discussion with you, and on the basis of all these techniques or methods, the career counselor will evaluate your skills, your natural talents, your intelligence, your personality. On the basis of the various techniques and methods used by the career counselor, the career counselor can also uncover hidden talents and interests which you are having, but you are not aware of the same. These tests may also throw light on the areas where there is need for additional training. That is those areas where you can take steps to improve your skills to achieve your career goal. Now we will try to understand the same with the help of an example. Sophia is a working woman, but she is not satisfied with her job. So she seeks the help of a career counselor so that he may guide her. The career counselor does the assessment tests, interviews, discussions with her, and on the basis of the assessments, the career counselor tells her that she is having strong interpersonal and organizational skills. After having come to know about these skills, she pursues a degree in master's degree in human resources, and after that doing her master's degree in human resources, she secures an internship in a organization, and ultimately she lands at a job as a HR manager in some reputed company. Now she is feeling the job satisfied, which is providing him satisfaction as a professional person, as well as his personal life is also satisfied because she is now having work life balance. The job is providing him satisfaction because it is based on his own skills, on her own skills. This example shows that if we do self skill assessment with the help of a career counselor, it can lead us to a successful career path. If we are uncertain about our career, though we may be doing some job, or we are initially in the initial years and we are yet to decide what we want to become in future, and we are unable to decide anything, then you can surely seek the guidance from career counselor, and they will guide you properly. Now the topic before us is clarifying long-term goals and aspirations. We have already learned that career counseling is a systematic process where the career counselor helps us in identifying our skills, aptitudes, strengths, weaknesses, abilities, skills, and they also help us in exploring various career options so that we can take an informed decision with regard to our career. Career counseling has various key components, and one of the key components is self-assessment. The career counselor helps us in identifying our personal values, strengths, weaknesses. They also help us in clarifying long-term goals and aspirations. It may be possible that we may not be clear about our long-term goals, what we want to achieve in the next few years or even decades. When we are unsure about our future, which we want to achieve, whatever are our long-term goals, the career counselor can help you in clarifying the long-term goals and aspirations. How they can clarify the same to us? They talk to us and they may ask us the questions like, what do you want to achieve in your career? Do you want to do your own business or want to do a job? Do you want to work in a particular industry or company? That is, you want to work with a government company, with a multinational company, or with a non-profit organization. You want to work in a textile industry, or you want to work in some IT industry or in pharma industry. They may also ask you, do you want to travel extensively? That is, if you do not like traveling much, you may not be fit for the purpose of marketing. So on the basis of various questions, interviews and discussions, they will be in a position to point out what you want to achieve in the next few years or even decades, because they will compile all the information which they have gathered from you on the basis of the questions, discussions and various tests performed on you. The career counselors help the individuals in establishing clear and measurable long-term goals. If, say, you say to the career counselor that I want to become a regional manager in some multinational company. This is my long-term goal. But you are not having leadership qualities, teamwork abilities, or you are not having proper communication skills, then this type of goal, long-term goal, may not be appropriate for you, or you may have to work hard to achieve that goal. The long-term goal which you set for yourself should be clear and measurable. The long-term goal may include things like reaching certain point in their careers. That is, you may have decided that you want to become, say, regional manager in some government owned bank, or you want to earn, say, $1 lakh in 10 years, or you want to make a big mark in your chosen field, that is, you want to become a reputed scientist, a reputed teacher. This may be your long term goals. When the career counselor performs assessment tests, interviews, or discussions, then they will be in a position to clarify you regarding your long term goals. And when you have the information that these are your long term goals as have been told to you by your career counselor on the basis of the information provided by you, then you can take well informed decisions, and you can start taking actions from today itself to achieve that goal. That is, if you have decided, that is, the career counselor has find out that your long term goal is this one, and the career counselor will now guide you to take these steps, appropriate steps, so that you can achieve your career goal in your future. Now we will understand this concept with the help of an example. Suppose there is a person named Ruby. She is a recent college graduate, but she is uncertain about her future, which career he should opt for in future. So she goes to a career counselor, she seeks her advice. During the career counseling process, Ruby expresses that she wants to work for the improvement of healthcare facilities of the poor people and wants to make significant impact in this field. Now, with the help of the career counselor, Ruby explores various healthcare administration roles. That is, what are the options where she will be in a position to serve the marginalized populations. That is, what are those options which may be available to him in future, so that he can help the poor people in the field of healthcare facilities. Now, Ruby is motivated by her long-term vision. That is, she wants to serve the poor people in the healthcare field. So now she pursues a master's degree in healthcare administration, and she starts internship as a community health clinic. As she was a very dedicated and she was having long-term vision to serve the poor people so far as their health facilities are concerned, she eventually became the director of operations at a non-profit healthcare organization. As she was working in a good rank, she expanded the healthcare facilities to the poor communities. So she was in a position to fulfill her long-term goals and aspirations. Though it may be out of context, we as an individual should also take the steps, whatever possible steps we can take to help the poor and marginalized sections of the society. This real life example shows that the career counseling can help the individuals in clarifying their long term career aspirations and taking steps to achieve them. So far we have discussed that career counselor can career counseling is a systematic process which helps a person in identifying his skills, his values, his aptitudes, his strengths, his weaknesses, and on the basis of the guidance provided by the career counselor, we can take an informed decision with regard to our career goal. We can also conclude that self assessment, that is, knowing our own skills, interests, strengths, and weaknesses, is essential if we are to take the decision with regard to our career. The career counselor can help you in all these aspects, and he will also help you in clarifying long term goals and aspirations. So it becomes easier for you to pick the right career. Now we will discuss about role of career counseling in career exploration. We have already learned the meaning of career counseling, which is a systematic process in which we learn about our skills, our abilities, our strengths, our weaknesses, and the career counselor helps us in deciding about our career, which suits our best on the basis of our abilities, passions, values. We have also learned that there are many key components of career counseling, such as self-assessment, career exploration, goal setting, decision making, etc. We have already discussed about the self-assessment. Now we will discuss about career exploration. The career counselor provides information about different careers, including job description, salaries, education, and training requirements. It means that as an individual, it is not possible for us to go on researching each and every career and gather the information. What is the job description? That is, if we join a particular organization at a particular post, what will be the responsibilities, what we will have to do, what will be the office timings, what will be the salary and other perks, what is the education required if we want to say become an engineer, or if we want to say become a pilot, or if we want to do become HVAC technician or any other field. What will be the education requirement, what type of training we maybe have to undergo, or what may be the other certifications which may be required if we want to achieve a certain particular career goal. So in all these aspects, the career counselors may help us because they are well informed. They have gathered all the relevant information from time to time. They keep themselves well informed. The career counselors also help the individuals to research specific companies and industries. So career exploration includes researching different career options and industries, understanding current job market trends and demands, and exploring potential career paths based on interests and skills. We will now discuss each and every point one by one. First is researching different career options and industries. The career counselors encourage their clients to explore a wide range of career choices. Explore means to research about the different careers so that they can take the decision keeping in view the various factors. The counselors provide us tools and guidance so that we can research various professions and industries. While doing research, we have to look into the various aspects of the careers, such as what will be the job roles, what will be the responsibilities if we go for a particular job or for a particular career, what will be the qualifications required if we want to become, say, a marketing manager, and what will be the growth prospects if we chose a particular career. Say we opt for joining a multinational company, what will be the prospects of our promotion in that particular company? So by gaining an insights into different career options, individuals can identify potential career paths that align with their skills, interests, and values. It is possible that the career counselor provides you information about various career options. That is, he may suggest you that you can become a pilot, an engineer, or if you are do not want to opt for that, you may opt for other options, such as you are having securing good marks in each and every field, you may opt for joining army. You may also opt for going for a government job. You may become an officer in a private bank. So he may suggest you various career options, but at the same time you have to take into consideration which fits the best on the basis of your skills, interests, and values. It may be possible that you are very much attached with your family and you do not want to go away from your family. So you may decide that I will not join a multinational company abroad because I will be away from my family members and they will be transferring my services as and when required. So in such a case, you may not opt for a job in a multinational company which will post you anywhere outside your country or in any foreign country. To research different career options and industries, career counselors suggest various methods. When you are to research, the career counselors will suggest that you can talk with the people in different industries. Suppose in the chemical industry you want to join, you may discuss the various persons who are presently employed in the chemical industry, what is the job responsibilities, what are their experiences, what is their work environment. You can discuss all these persons with those persons which are working in the chemical industry. If you want to say opt for some other marketing company, you can also discuss with the persons who are already employed, that is the who are the marketing officials or the marketing manager. You can talk to them so that you can have first hand information about the job duties, responsibilities, perks, etc. Next is you can read job descriptions and career profiles. You can go through the newspapers, various newspapers, which may be specifically having the advertisements with regard to various job options. So from the advertisements of the jobs, you can read job descriptions, from where you can understand that to have or to go to a particular job, to secure a particular job, what type of skills may be required by the employer, what type of education is required on the part of the employee, and what type of career progression may be there. To research about the career option or industry, you can also use online resources such as websites. in these days, almost all the persons have knowledge about internet. You can use the internet to learn about the wages in different industries or in different companies, what will is the required qualification of different jobs, and what is the employment outlook. That is, if you say want to become an engineer, you will normally opt for bachelor of btech, you will do btech. So even if you become acquire the degree of btech, what will be the future outlook in the IT industry? Then you can research or have the knowledge about the various industries or companies by attending career fairs and industry events, so that you can make a decision on the basis of the knowledge gathered. Example, we will now have a real life example to understand this aspect. Suppose there is a person, Maria, who is a psychology graduate. She is uncertain about her future career path, what she should do in future. So she goes to a career counselor and seeks his help. Career counselor guides him in researching different careers. And one of the careers the career counselor discusses with him is human resources. And Maria learns about the responsibilities and the potential for growth in human resources. When Maria has researched about the various career options, and she herself has also done research in various career options, Maria finally decides that she will pursue a career in HR, because the HR is aligned with her interest in psychology. Because she is a psychology graduate, she wants to have a career goal which is somewhat related to his education, psychology. So she wants to pursue a career in HR, and ultimately she secures a job in a multinational company as HR assistant. Next is understanding current job market trends and demands. As a normal person, we do not have the knowledge which may be sufficient for us to take an informed decision about our career. Because even if we decide about a certain career which we want to achieve in future, we may not be fully aware of the job market trends and demands. The career counselors, because it is their profession, they are well informed about the latest job market trends and demands, and this information they pass on to their clients so that they can take proper decision with regard to their career. They will tell their clients which industries are likely to show phenomenal growth, which sectors are on the decline in future, which industries will not show any recovery in future, or which industries will be declining in future, and what are those skills which will be in demand in future. And on the basis of the information or the guidance provided to you by the career counselor, you can decide which career is best for you. So if you are considering a career in declining industry, it is worth considering your options, when you have been told about the various industries which in which there is likely to be slowdown in future, so if you were planning to join that industry, then it is the better for you to have a second thought. Now we will understand this with the help of a real life example. Sarah, a recent print journalism graduate, initially dreamed of becoming a newspaper reporter. However, the career counselor informed her that traditional print journalism is facing challenges because the digital media industry is growing. So, the print journalism is not likely to find favor in future. So, the counselor, having advised about the future prospects of digital journalism, the counselor advises Sarah to shift her focus to digital journalism or content creation, as it would suit her excellent writing skills. Yes, she was very excellent in writing skills. She had told the career counselor about this skill, so the career counselor advises her to shift her focus to digital journalism or content creation. Sarah accepts the advice of the career counselor and she secures a job as a digital content creator in a reputed online newsline platform. And by joining that career, she is now enjoying a good professional and individual as a person life, as a good individual. So now she is enjoying a life which is proving good for him, and she is in a position to have work life balance and she is getting job satisfaction. Now next is exploring potential career paths based on interests and skills. Now when the career counselor has guided his client about the various career options, and the career counselor has also told his client about the job market trends. What is the future trend in respect of the different career options? Now, in that case, now you can take the decision which career is best for you in the light of your interests and skills. The career counselor also suggests the potential careers that fit the client's unique profile. When you approach to a career counselor, he asks you many questions. He interviews you. He discusses you on various aspects about your family background, about your skills, about your passions, about your values, about your strengths, about your weaknesses. He also does many assessment tests or other tests to understand you in totality, so that he can guide you in respect of those careers which will suit you. Career exploration within the context of career counseling is like turning a flashlight in a dark tunnel. So, in this way, the career counselors help you to have the knowledge about the potential career paths from which you can make a choice. Career counselors help clients research different types of jobs available, required qualification, and the job market outlook. They also help in identifying emerging career opportunities. That is, which are the industries which are going to outperform in future. Say, they may guide you that green energy is the future industry where there will be lot of growth. So they will also guide you in respect of in-demand skills. What are the skills which are in demand at present, and what are those skills which will be in demand in future as well. They will also inform you about the challenging professions, and they will guide you in researching the potential career paths based on your interests and skills. Now we will understand this concept with the help of an example. There is a high school graduate, Alvin, who is not sure about his career path. So he goes to a counselor, career counselor, for his advice. The career counselor conducts an in-depth analysis, that is, he does assessment test to understand Alvin's skills, interests, and the career counselor recommends potential career paths. That is, he tells the Alvin about the various career options from which he can make a choice. That is, he may join software development, cybersecurity, or data analysis, as he is having inclination or the skills or the abilities which are favorable for the IT. The career counselor also helps Alvin by providing information with regard to the local colleges and universities which may be offering different programs which are relevant for the above careers, and what are the internship opportunities from where he can get internship, and what are the various online courses available so that he can build the relevant skills. In the nutshell, the career counselor has given him three options. Either he may go for skill development, cybersecurity, or data analysis. He has also suggested about the what are the various which are the various educational institutions which he can join, and which are the online courses which are available online from here he can get relevant skills. Now the career counselor also advises Alvin to attend career fairs and networking events related to the technology field. So when he has given guidance to his client and he has also explored various career options, so finally the Alvin decides to pursue a degree in computer science with a focus on cybersecurity. And after completing her graduation in computer science, he successfully enters the field of cybersecurity. So, by way of this example, we can understand that the career counselor has guided his client and he has provided the necessary information to the client and supported his client so that he can take an informed decision. That is, he opts for a career which is suitable to him on the basis of his skills, abilities, strengths, and also keeping in his weaknesses. In summary, career exploration is a comprehensive process which includes a research of different career options, analysis of the market, that is which industries are likely to see boom, which industries will see decline in future, and self evaluation. Career exploration enables the individual to take informed decisions about their career paths and making sure that they select the career which is in high demand and is also in accordance with his skills, interests, and passions, so that he can get a job satisfaction from the job when he starts doing the job. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.